On Hot Picks today, we're taking a look at software. Our guest does like the look of Constellation software. Now, of course, like other software vendors, there are fears that AI could disrupt its business. But he thinks a lot of these fears are overblown. We're joined by Ernest Wong, Head of Research at Baskin Wealth Management. So Constellation software has been a tremendous stock over the years, but up only about 2% this year.
Yeah, so Constellation Software has been such a consistent performer on the TSX that investors almost get surprised whenever there's a bit of a blip in the stock price. The worry for Constellation Software today is that because most of their software solutions are customized vertical market software for specific industries, these customers are going to be able to spin up a custom version of software using AI to displace the Constellation solution that they were using. I think that the fears are a bit overblown because you have to keep in mind that these are often mission-critical solutions that these customers need to run their businesses. It's usually a very small portion of the cost required to run their businesses. And on the flip side, we think that Constellation has opportunities to use AI to lower their costs and to maybe even add AI-related features for their customers.
It's interesting you say mission critical because AI sometimes subject to hallucinations or weird suppositions, and you don't want that in core software you're using.
Right. So one example is that they are one of the largest providers of library operating software. And so it is plausible that you can create your own customized library solution. But it's another thing to believe that all the libraries are just immediately going to switch to that new solution just to save on what is essentially a fairly trivial amount of money.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's where you want to be, I suppose. You want to be selling a product that isn't too big a spending item for your customer.
Right. And I think the other overhang on Constellation is that, as usual, there's been some worries that they may not be able to make acquisitions at the same pace they've used to. We think that, again, like history has proven that Constellation has spent a lot of time thinking about and growing their acquisition footprint. And we think that they will figure this out.
I mean, their market cap, though, almost $100 billion now, Canadian. So, you know, to achieve big growth in percentage terms gets ever tougher.
So what we've liked about Constellation as we followed it through its past is that they've always found creative ways to overcome these challenges, whether it be spinning off a certain division to make an acquisition using the stock, like with Topicus or with Lumen, or by focusing more on larger type deals. They have found creative ways to deploy capital, and we think they'll be able to do that.
Adobe, a stock, that's almost become a poster child for fears over AI eroding traditional software. But you think investors are missing value here?
Yeah, so for Adobe, the fear obviously is that with AI, there's going to be less need for Photoshop and Illustrator going forward. And it doesn't help when Google is releasing things like Nano Banana, where you can just edit photos using a text prompt. We think that these fears are overblown because at the end of the day, whichever AI you're using to create these content is still going to have to be edited for a professional use case through Adobe's tools. And this is reflected in the fundamentals. They're still expecting to grow sales double digits this year. And the important thing to remember about Adobe is that they've managed these transitions before in the past. Roughly 10, 15 years ago, they transitioned from an on-premise model to a SaaS model. There were questions about whether they could successfully transition that business model, but it ended up being spectacular for Adobe.
I can see where a high-end customer would insist on Adobe stuff, but what about people down the value chain, smaller businesses? As the free or nearly free AI tools get better, won't they be satisfied with something like that?
I think so, but you have to keep in mind that the bulk of Adobe's user base today is already high-end user bases. These are not people that are using Adobe's products just to make a Facebook post.
Or make a silly birthday card or something.
Or make a birthday card.
Yeah.
But Adobe is creating a new solution, what they call Express, to be able to create a product for these types of use cases. And that's another growth vertical for them as well.
Finally, Microsoft. Microsoft has done well this year. It's off its highs, though, of early August. And of course, it speaks for itself. It's just sitting there. It's got a grip on the world's corporate computing.
Yeah, so in general, we like all of the hyperscalers. We think that the market is misunderstanding the capital that they are spending on AI. We think that all of them, including Microsoft, are going to earn good returns on the nearly trillions of dollars of CapEx that they're spending on AI. For Microsoft, we like the fact that they have a large user base that they can roll out AI solutions into. They're seeing very good adoption of Copilot that they're cross-selling into their 365 user base. And it's a very high-quality company trading at what we consider to be a reasonable price.
I wonder, will something go wrong, though? I mean, AI is advancing so rapidly that we are kind of in an unpredictable environment.
Well, I think the important thing to keep in mind for AI is that at the end of the day, you still need the AI to be able to run on top of customer data. Right. And where does that data sit? It sits inside Microsoft Cloud, which is why we think that the ultimate winners of AI are going to be the incumbent big techs.
Ernest, we've only 30 seconds. Are you having fun running AI, though, trying Grok and Claude?
I think it's absolutely transformed the way that we are doing research, even at Baskin Wealth Management. Like, I use ChatGPT every day to help me summarize notes, to help me even generate new ideas.
Mm-hmm. I find that I use it, but then I always check it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I'm sure you do, too. Yeah, but it is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that remains the big issue that I think the whole AI industry has to figure out, is to improve the accuracy of these products, because that's how you get them to be reliable.
Thanks very much indeed, Ernest.
Thank you.